Hey, what's up, guys? So, this was a flagship killer of 2015, and this one is called Motorola X Pure Edition or Motorola X Style. So, the Motorola X Styles and Pure Edition are pretty much similar device, and this device is pretty awesome. As a flagship device, the spec of this device is pretty damn good. And first of all, if I go with the physical overview, as you can see here, we got a massive screen here, which is 5.7-inch IPS LCD display. And this is not really a full HD or anything like that. This is a Quad HD display from 2015. And this display is excellent. So my current device is Samsung Galaxy S22, and this device display is much better than that. Although it is IPS display, but it's a really good display. And in the front also we got few other things like a front facing 5 megapixel camera with flash and few sensors here and there, and also you can see there are few dots here. Actually this works as a always on display support, so whenever you wave your hand, as you can see here, you can see your always on display, and the always on display is always on. You cannot turn it off. It will detect when you are near your device and it will turn on the display, as you can see, so it does not burn through your battery. And also we got stereo speaker here, and this sounds pretty good. And right hand side, as you can see here, we got our power button and volume rockers, and the power button is actually textured. And right hand side we don't have anything. On top we got our SIM tray and 3.5mm headphone jack. At the bottom we got our micro USB port for charging and data syncing, so that's available. And on the back we got our 21 megapixel rear facing camera, which is pretty decent, and also we got dual tone flash, also good. And the Motorola logo, although it looks like a fingerprint scanner, but not really that. And the back is actually very soft touch feeling to it, and it feels pretty good. And the device is actually fully metal built, so this frame is actually metal built, so it's pretty solid, and back is actually plastic, but as I said, it got soft touch to it and it feels pretty good. And the display here is actually Corning Gorilla Glass 3, so it got the latest of that time. Under the hood, it's powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 808 processor paired with 3GB of RAM, and this device got 64GB of internal storage. So let's explore this device. So as I said, this device released back in 2015, so it was released with Android 5.1, but now it is running on Android 7.0, so it was updated to Android 7.0. And in terms of software experience, with Android 7.0 you can't really do much, but for day-to-day tasks it works flawlessly and it's pretty fast, and there is no issue actually. Most of the application you can still find like Facebook, Messenger, and pretty much everything. But if you use bank application and another application, you might not find those application here because they require latest version of Android most of the time. And Google applications are still working on Android 7, so YouTube is working perfectly fine, no issue with that. And as I said, the speakers sound pretty good, so you can still use this device for entertainment purpose. It's really good actually. And in terms of other things like application, I did not install much application here. All this application actually came with the device, and I did install few games here just to try out how this device perform after 10 years. And few things, the Motorola included in this device, like if you go to Moto, there is a voice assistance kind of thing here, and it's pretty much similar to Google Assistant, but it is pretty much worse than that. For 2015 it was pretty okay, but now it's kind of unusable. And there is nothing much going on in terms of features. There is nothing much actually. As I said, it is a Quad HD display, but you can't really reduce the resolution or anything like that. And as you can see here, out of 3 GB RAM, still 1 GB available. One of the standout feature of this device was its camera. So it got a 21 megapixel rear facing camera. As I said in many videos that megapixel does not matter that much. In terms of this device, actually that kind of true. And the 21 megapixel camera does not do much here actually. And you can take picture, as you can see, and it will take the picture. In terms of camera UI also, there is nothing much going on. If you slide from here, you can see HDR and flash, also for setting for your video, so it can shoot up to 4K 30 fps. And also you can choose your photo size, 21 megapixel or 16 megapixel, with changing the aspect ratio. Rather than that, as you can see, in terms of camera functions, there is nothing much. And the front facing camera, as you can see, it also got a flash. 5 megapixel camera, pretty decent for that time. And there is nothing much to say about the camera. And front camera also can shoot up to 1080p 30 fps, so pretty good actually for that time. But this camera actually, it's not really that great, although it was a 21 megapixel camera, but pretty good, and it still works for few snaps or anything like that. It is still pretty decent camera. And in terms of usability of this device, as it got 4G support, so SIM card still works, Wi-Fi still works, and also the apps and games you can still install here. In terms of gaming, you can still play offline games here. And the Snapdragon 808 actually performing pretty well. I did not feel anything like that, like laggy or anything like that. It works. It is slow, but it works flawlessly. There is no issue, and everything working. And in terms of gaming, I did play a few games here like Subway Surfer and Temple Run 2, offline games basically. All of them works flawlessly, no issue with that. The gaming performance was okay. So it's a pretty much a dumb phone right now. You can use this device for listening music, for entertainment purpose, because the display is pretty good on this device, and the speaker sounds pretty good. So for entertainment purpose, you can still use this device, or as a dumb phone, still this device usable. I don't really know I can update this device to Android 10, 11 or anything like that. I don't really know is there any custom ROM support for this device or not, but I will try to find some. So it's still usable, and it's a pretty lovely device actually, and solid device, works flawlessly. So that's all about Moto X Pure Edition. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.